What's up, guys? So we're back. Late night post here. We got back from our first ever Bat and Cat Try That.
That's right.
And so
we're going to talk about it.
We're just going to talk about everything. So we went to guest services first.
Yes, so we're here to talk about the Mardi Gras Ride and Dine. Matt and Cat
they've already
try...
know the intro.
Okay,
it says
sorry.
Mardi Gras Ride and Dine.
Okay, well now we gotta start over.
No, that's what we're keeping this in. We're keeping this in. This is all part of it. The whole thing is part of it. Edit none of this because people want to know that we make mistakes too. So, as you've been watching the Mardi Gras Ride and Dine, it's probably on the top right there. It says Mardi Gras Ride and Dine. So we went and checked in. We went to guest services in City Walk.
That was the most convenient for us because we chose to eat at Cowfish, so it was literally right next door. We could hop over there.
What were the other options? It was Cowfish. Services. We had Lombards.
Lombards, I know, was an option. Was NBC an option?
NBC was an option.
Was
I feel like there was
Big Fire an option?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
We will probably put this in the comments because I should know this and we don't know this.
Because I feel like we talked about that because we really like Big Fire, but we were like...
But we
really like Cowfish.
We like Cowfish a lot, and it was a great option. Anyway, so we chose Cowfish. We checked in. They printed 2 little tiny cards. I think we took pictures of those, so we'll probably insert those now, hopefully. And that's all it gave us. And they said, go to dinner. So we went to Cowfish. It was an early check-in for us. It was 4:30, which is not dinner.
For dinner. Yeah, we eat dinner at like 7 or 8 o'clock.
But we checked in. They basically took us right upstairs right away.
Yep, took us right up. When we got upstairs, they had an envelope waiting with our names on it. Yep. Opened it up and gave us
our
fancy Mardi Gras lanyards.
And it has the...
On the back, it told us our check-in time for where we needed to be, which was right outside of Animal Actors. Yep. But... the small cards were really the most important part because every kind of piece along the way when we checked in at the desk up front, they needed to see those to confirm. Yeah. Our waitress needed to see them to confirm pretty much every way along the way.
And then dinner, we got... So we didn't know what we were doing, so we just asked our waitress, Denise, who was awesome,
by the way. Jam.
Denise
Shout out to Denise.
Yo, fist bump.
Enjoy your cruise.
We didn't know what we were supposed to do. Basically, you order anything off the menu, you get... Each get an entree, each get an appetizer, and each get a dessert. So
way too much food.
Way too much food. A lot of food. Great. I mean, again, good value.
Great.
We'll talk about that more, but good value. So, what did you pick, appetizer-wise?
So, I picked the crab rangoon dip. Denise said that's definitely their most popular appetizer. The people next to us were actually actively eating it as we were talking about appetizers. But the cool thing about Cowfish is it's not just one type of food. It's really a mix between... American and then
almost Southern too.
Yeah. Like fried pickles were an option for appetizers, which I am down with some fried pickles, but chose to skip that. And then they have a lot of these more Asian kind of infused types of foods, but there's a really great kind of balance and options for all types of eaters. What did you get for an appetizer?
I got the spicy togarashi shrimp. I am probably not saying that right, but it was spicy shrimp. They were really good. They were fried shrimp. Had like a cucumber salad underneath, a little spicy kind of sauce on top. It was good. It was really good. Really good fried shrimp. A lot too. Like there must have been 10 shrimp on there. Too much for me to eat. Too much for me to eat. And the crab rangoon dip you got was like basically deconstructed like crab rangoon. Like the dip was separate, and then the chips were totally by themselves.
Kind of a panko crust on the top, and they're wonton chips, so it kind of goes with the crab rangoon.
They were good.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was really good. Great recommendation from Denise.
I liked it. And then what did you get for your entree?
For my entree, because I am not very adventurous with my food choices, I get what I always get.
Yeah, that's true.
So I got the Fusion Specialty Bento Box. So I love their bento boxes because it's a little mix of everything. So you get this tiny little American burger with some cheese, and it's very tiny. It's like on a Hawaiian sweet roll almost, one of the small ones, with some red onions on it. Sweet potato fries, which in the past I have asked for regular French fries instead, which they've always been okay with. Edamame, which I love because that's my favorite appetizer ever, and if I wasn't getting the bento box, that would have been my appetizer choice. And then kind of like a cucumber vinegar...
It's cucumber salad. It's
salad.
delicious.
It's a Thai cucumber with a little bit of spice, and it's so good.
It is.
And the edamame is basically all
you got a roll, though, with it.
And then I got a roll. So typically I get the Mark's roll, which is really good. It's a tuna roll with some jalapeno. It has a little bit of spice to it. But this time I decided to get the firecracker roll.
It was good, though.
Which was another one of Denise's recommendations.
Yes, it was good, for sure. I still like it. It was really good. And then I got their specialty roll because, I mean, why not? They had one thing on the menu that we could find, at least, that was specific to Mardi Gras. It was called the Kai Marn roll. It was really good. It was braised short rib with an orange togarashi barbecue, panko fried, and it had this Haitian slaw on top. And Denise did warn me. She said, look, if you're going to order that, know that it's spicy. She said most people
be careful.
Can't handle the whole thing. It's really spicy. And when I got it, she said, I'm glad they only put that much slaw on there. And it wasn't like none, but it wasn't like lot, coated. No. It was enough.
Yeah.
And then after like one bite, I understood what she meant.
Yeah.
It was good. I would describe it as like a Scotch bonnet type like heat. Like
that more.
It kind of came back to get you. Like you don't, when you taste it right away, you're like, this is delicious. It tastes like a slaw. But then as you're like waiting to take your next bite, you're like, man, the back of my tongue is kind of burning a little bit. It was good though. It was really good. It had heat for sure. And again, it wasn't like a typical flavor you get with sushi. Again, it's like more burgushi, I guess, because of the short rib. But
yeah,
I liked it. It was good. But again, if you don't like spice,
not a good choice.
do not go near. Do not even try it.
Yes.
And then because we had so much room for dessert, which we didn't, but
this one doesn't like dessert just in general. I like dessert. So they kind of had two different categories of dessert. They had three true dessert options. Yeah. They had a cheesecake, they had a dessert roll, and then they had one other thing that I can't remember. But then they had milkshakes, which we chose milkshakes because we could take them with us and we could kind of hop over the parks because we were getting shortish on time. Yeah. And they do have some adult spiked milkshakes, which weren't included with the Ride and Dine, some really great sounding options. Yeah, I probably would have done that. But we each got a milkshake. I got the grasshopper milkshake, which was just like a mint chocolate chip. Kind of. It was vanilla ice cream with some Andes mint. It didn't taste like mint unless you ate the mints off the top, but it was fine.
Mine was good. I got the summer matinee shake, and then I'm not the biggest fan of anything sweet in general, and I was nervous about the popcorn in it, and Denise did say you can get it without the popcorn, so I got it without the popcorn, which was, I think, a good choice.
Yeah.
But it had Reese's on top and caramel on top. The top was
really good.
My favorite part is just whipped cream and caramel and crumbled up Reese's, which was really delicious. The rest, it tasted kind of just like a vanilla milkshake. There were some chunks of like maybe some Reese's or something in it, but I wasn't impressed. It was fine. We weren't hungry anyways. And I don't like dessert, but like I ate the top of it.
Yeah,
so
it was. We
totally
weren't
fine.
disappointed. We weren't hungry when we left. We had no room for any Mardi Gras booths, unfortunately. No. But it was pretty good.
So then we headed over to the parks and we checked in at Animal Actors. It's kind of like cordoned off there, I guess. We showed, was it our small cards?
Small cards again.
Small cards
Gotta
again.
have the small cards.
Had small cards. And then when they checked us in, we had to fill out our waiver.
Yep.
And then they immediately assigned us to a float. Our float was?
NOLA. We were the Mardi Gras float.
We were. It was cool though. It had like some trombones on it. And I don't know I feel like the music is different for each float to some extent. Like they all still play the same music, but like I feel like ours had more like
more jazziness to it.
Which I don't know. Maybe it was just
couple cool things about ours. One, we had performers on it.
Yep.
So there's the kind of wrought iron balconies, and there were 4 performers, 2 on each side for ours.
Yep.
The other fun thing is that it blows confetti in 2 different places, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
And that was kind of the special features. Ours was probably the smallest float. I felt like we were the smallest.
It was one of the
group.
smallest ones for sure. I think we had, counting the performers, I think Tyler said there was like 13 people in there. Tyler was our bead captain. He was awesome, by the way. He
was
great. It was good. Like, so before we even got on the float, they put you all in Animal Actors. After you checked in, you can go get a drink, go to the bathroom and stuff, which we did. We took advantage of it because we got there at 6:15, and they said, hey, just be back here at 6:50. So we had some time to kill, so we didn't just sit there the whole time and just wait. We went and grabbed a drink, went to the bathroom, and then came back, and they had like a little signed sections, and then they took.
They had us dressed before this. I think we skipped that part. They gave us our
put your little coverall type thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it was fine. It was purple.
Go purple.
Loved it.
Purple and gold are our colors.
Yes, exactly. They had beads on the hooks in front of you, which was awesome. It was fine. So they just kind of like put you onto the float, and they said just find a hook and go for it.
They keep your parties together. So they had the 2 bigger parties. There was a party of 4 and a party of 3 on ours, and there was 3 sets of 2. So they had the bigger parties get on first and kind of situated them to make sure that they were all together, and then they had the rest of us get on.
Yeah.
We were kind of in the back of the groups of twos on accident, I guess, but we
Maybe I was too polite. I let everybody get on before us. So I was like,
we
you of course can
were
go ahead.
really
And so I just
thinking
kind of just
about
got on and right, like, I'm going to put my picture in my arm in front of this. This was my view of the entire float. There was a big street light just right there. So
and
I had to either
it was blocking like from here on me, so I couldn't even see
to like throw beads, which was fine. I mean,
it was
it's
fine. I mean, you could see over it, and you could scoot a little bit if needed.
Had to either throw beads this direction or that direction. There was no like just straight on. It was.
I hit my arm a few times. The people next to me were really into kind of throwing across my body, so I kind of snugged up to the pole.
We did not get rid of all of our beads.
We didn't, and we were a little limited. We were really enjoying just watching the people, though. It was fun, really cool to see
my goal was to throw to every little kid that I saw, especially if they didn't have enough beads. I was like, and I know that's silly, but
we have little kids, and we love when we take our kids, and when their necks are full of beads, like at the end of the night, they're excited. It's just really fun for the kiddos.
And it was good, but like I felt like the first maybe 30% or so, like we were creeping along, everything was good. Then we went past like Minions, a lot of construction there, not a lot of people, and then I feel like the bead captain was like, hey, we're halfway.
10 more minutes.
They like punched it to get through.
I don't know what happened.
The guy walking, like one of the guys walking with us, he was like huffing to keep up. Like we really finished strong, and there was no way we were getting rid of all those beads.
No, they didn't want to clean beads up, so they were like, take some with you, and I just took like a couple because I didn't want to be a crazy person, but I mean, there were stacks of beads.
Yes.
So.
Oh, we missed one part. So before we went to the check-in for the parade, we went to the tribute store. And we'll put some of that in here too. I'm sure we did. And 50% off for everything. So we got some beads. I got a little gator here. I got some socks too.
Coincidentally,
that's right.
I matched the float.
That's right. That's right. So all in all, honestly, we had an awesome night. Like it was great. I don't regret it whatsoever. No. It was a little pricey. We booked it back when it was still $65 a person. Which I think is very reasonable because you got an entree, you got an appetizer, you got a dessert, and I think that basically was probably $60 worth of food.
Easily.
I mean, right there.
Yeah.
And then plus we got to ride the floats. It was a cool experience all around. I think it's a little pricier now. It's around $85 now.
I think it was like $84.99, $85 like you said.
I'd probably still pay it. Again, if you don't have a lot of opportunities to come and do it, or if it's something special you want to do on a date night. Or an episode of YouTube, Matt and Kat Try That, or whatever it is.
I mean, it was a great date night.
It was. It was really fun. It was great to know you had a plan, know you could get on those floats. And I don't think it matters what float you get on. I mean, even though there was a post in front, it really didn't make that big a difference. Didn't change it for me.
The people, the crowds, I mean, from start to finish, we felt so taken care of. Everything was so organized. And just seeing all the people excited for beads, and when you could actually get one in their hands, which is a little bit of a task. It was fun. It
was good. So overall, I think it's definitely worth the money. I think you should definitely try to book it. Again, Mardi Gras is basically over now.
It is.
But Mardi Gras starts usually February, give or take, and we booked this back in December of last year. So you've got to get on it early if you want to stay in the loop and you want to make sure you kind of do it. You know, again, send us your email. We can get you in there. We get you on the advanced list to make sure you can book it for your spring break trip next year. We'll keep you in the loop for sure. Anything else you want to add?
I think that's all I got.
All right, so hope you liked the first episode of Matt and Kat Try That. There's a lot more to come. And as always, guys, stay epic.